These are the Teepees. Back of the sign, you can see it right there. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Geophiles in the Field. Sorry, I stumbled there. As many of you know, we went out west for a honeymoon because we can't go to Greenland next year. So we stopped at a bunch of places. One of them was Petrified Forest National Park in Arizona. There will actually be a couple videos from this, but this one's going to cover the Teepees and newspaper rock. Now, I am a geologist, but the Mesozoic strata out west is not my specialty. And basically any of the information I'm going to be giving you is coming from the National Park Service's website, to include the stratigraphic column you're going to see here. Now, our first stop is at the Teepees, and the Teepees show some very colorful rock. But first, I just want to talk about the stratigraphy a little bit. According to the strat column here, the rock is about 207.8 to 225.2 million years old, which would make it Triassic in age, which means dinosaurs and stuff were around. And this is the Chinel. I apologize if I mispronounce that because I've never heard it spoken. So we'll just say Chinel Formation, and I may change pronunciation, I apologize. And it does include archosaurs, not only dinosaurs, but also crocodiles and pterosaurs as well. So we'll go through this stratigraphy a little quickly, and as I show you and pan around, just so you know, a lot of these members are subdivided into informal facies or beds. As far as I know, these are everything I'm going to tell you is formally named. I could be wrong on that. First, we have the Mesa Redondo member. It's the oldest member exposed in the park. It consists of dark red siltstones as well as sandy conglomerates, and the top is very colorful. Above that is the blue mesa member, and this one, to some people it looks gray, but they call it blue and it's very prevalent. And it can also be other colors. It could be grayish and purplish with some green mudstones among your sandstones. And this is what's prominent around newspaper rock. Above that is the Sonsella member. It's divided into three facies. I won't get into them. You can read them here if you want. But it's basically a cliff former in these unconsolidated sediments. And these sediments are unconsolidated because they were never deeply buried. They weren't able to be buried. But above that, we have the Petrified Forest member. And this stands out. It's reddish mudstones and brown sandstone layers. You can't miss it. It's pretty pronounced. It also contains the largest amounts of petrified wood, and that's going to be in a subsequent video. Now, as I already mentioned, we have the Blue Mesa member, which does contain the newspaper rock sandstone, which is where newspaper rock appears, and that's where we're going to go next here. Newspaper rock is an archaeological site, and it's neither newspaper or a single rock. Now, newspaper rock is an archaeological site. There's about 650 petroglyphs on these rock faces that are on the sandstone part of that blue member. Now, the petroglyphs themselves were created by the Puebloan people, and they added stuff to this over generations and time, so that's left to kind of a hard interpretation of any of the stories going on, because somebody's great-great-grandfather might put one thing and then their great-great-grandson or granddaughter comes by and does something over it 60 years later in a totally different context and everything. But it is really pretty to look at, and you can see it with binoculars. They won't let you down there, but you can see it from up top, and you really do need binoculars or zoom in camcorder to see it well. But I think that's it. Hopefully I can get you a petrified wood video here soon. And anyway, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.